Hey guys, today I am presenting to you not a car video, but rather a French Cleat video. I have been working in the garage. I've really been wanting to get this wall a little more efficient. A lot of garbage on the floor, things disorganized. Every time I walked by it was an eyesore. So I finally decided to do something to it. I know I haven't made a 2JZ video for a while, just because I haven't been working on the car. Been doing some other projects, remodel the kitchen and such, but at any rate, here's the first step to getting back in the garage, start getting things going, and eventually get back on the car. So enjoy. For those of you that don't know, a French Cleat wall is a dynamic and kind of unique way to store things in the garage or even in your home. For me, the problem I was trying to solve was I would constantly want to rearrange, move things, add things, remove things in terms of storage and organization. But once I mounted a hook, say, or a shelf, I was kind of stuck with it. Well, with this configuration, I can easily just pick up and move things or add things just at my leisure, and these things are super strong. They're a 3/4 inch cleat with a 1/2 inch plywood backing board. Everything's screwed onto the wall with heavy duty wood screws, 2.5 inch to 3 inch depending on what I had. But I made sure to go every 16 inches and down into the studs. This thing should hold a lot of weight, and I plan on hanging some pretty heavy stuff off of it. One of the more challenging tasks of this project was finding the studs, since I had so many screws to put through studs, because again, I'm hanging some serious weight off this thing, well, relatively. I'm still trying to finding studs seems like a pretty simple task, but it gets a little frustrating when you've marked everything, you found the top and bottom marks where you know a stud is, and then you go to drill a screw through halfway between the two, and it goes right through and the screw just spins. So if I did it all over again, I would probably spend a little more time finding my studs, because again, there's going to be a lot of weight hanging off this thing, and I want to make sure the backing board and or the cleat doesn't pull out. I decided that I would screw in the panels on all 4 corners to start, just to get the panel on the wall, and then from there I would glue and then brad nail the cleat, so that the brad nail is being used for making sure contact between the cleat and the backing board was maintained until the screws were put in place. Once I had the glues and brad nails, I then marked every 16 inches for the studs, and I put screws through the cleat, through the backing board, and ultimately into the stud. I may go back through and put some screws into the backing board between the cleats, but I really don't think it's necessary, considering I have 3-inch Again, 3-inch wood heavy duty screws. Every 16 inches, that should hold the weight just fine. So here's the finished French cleat wall. As you can see, I did fabricate a number of shelving mounts and brackets and such to hold just a handful of tools for now, but I will be continuing to develop more and more things to allow me to hang things on the wall itself. But this is just a simple illustration as to how you can really take advantage of the wall to bring things up off the floor. In the future, I plan to put a couple cabinets up and some shelving that'll allow me to store just everything and anything really. Overall, I think this project cost me roughly $200 in material, and then a bunch of scrap I had just laying around to make the brackets and mounts and such. Which, thanks for watching. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. I know this isn't perfect, and I know there's a lot prettier ones out there, but this is going to work out well for me. Thanks.